What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new, very, very special episode of Extra Turns, because today we are battling against the fans. Dun, dun, dun!
Yeah, this is our first ever fan episode for Extra Turns.
So cool.
Yeah, so we have two really cool guests. We have Seth, a.k.a.
Daddy.
And Seth is here because he was chosen based on his Patreon auditions that we did a few months ago.
Yeah, for the first time ever. And then we have Johangel, who won a Whatnot giveaway, also a first time ever. And so we got them both out to our offices here in Los Angeles to play some Extra Turns.
Yeah, they were
really
super
awesome.
excited to come here, and they brought their favorite decks. And Jimmy and I, picked some decks to match out the pod, and we're gonna see, how the fans bring it here. But before we get into it, we got to talk about our sponsors, cardkingdom.com/command. That is the best place for you to go to buy your Magic products, singles, anything at all. Bloomborough is right around the corner. If you're like me and Jimmy and everybody else here at the office, you're very excited about it. It looks like a sweet set.
It's blooming.
Yep, Card Kingdom has all that stuff available for pre-order. You can get the singles, you can get sealed products. Card Kingdom is also just the best place to go in general when you're building new decks, as we do around the time when new sets come out, because they are one retailer. They have one big inventory. You order the stuff, it all comes in one convenient package all at the same time. So cardkingdom.com/command if you want to use the best Magic retailer out there.
And when you get those cards, keep them protected. Sleeve them up at ULTRAPRO.com/command. Bloomborough's got some amazing art, and ULTRAPRO has the license to use that art on playmats, sleeves, deck boxes, wall scrolls, and more. This is one of those all-timer sets, just straight up, because the art is incredible in so many different ways. So there's just a ton of stuff to collect for this set, and I know a lot of people are excited. And ULTRAPRO.com/command is going to have all of that product and more, as well as great deals on older products. Sometimes they have flash sales. It's really the place to go if you want to check this stuff out. And, I think it's going to be very high in demand, so I would recommend getting there and getting on their newsletter and just making sure you're up to date when ULTRAPRO releases this stuff, because we've seen stuff sell out before, and the best place to get it, again, ULTRAPRO.com/command for all of that stuff to protect your stuff, make it look great, theme it out, whether it's Bloomborough or with their new Mana 8 line. Whatever it is, we love it. ULTRAPRO.com/command for the best deals in the business.
And then, of course, the final way to support all of our content is directly, and this is actually how Seth, a.k.a. Daddy, made it onto the show, because he is a patron of our content. If you go over to patreon.com/commandzone, you can join for as little as $5 a month. It gives you access to extra turns and game nights earlier than the general public. It gives you access to commenting in the Discord and being able to contact us through the Patreon. That is the way that you kind of interact with us directly and get to do things like audition for the shows. Not only support the content you enjoy, we try to provide perks that thank the people that are really part of our community. So if you'd like to support our content, if you'd like to have a shot at maybe being in some of the content, you can affect content in other ways. There's deck
polls,
suggestions. Yeah, we poll about topics, all kinds of stuff. If you want to join our community and interact with Jimmy, myself, Rachel, our team, patreon.com/commandzone is the place to go.
It's the place to be, but the place you are right now is ready to watch this amazing game of Extra Turns, right?
Yeah, Jimmy and I, listen, we don't mess around when the fans are in town.
It's true. We play for keeps.
Yeah, we balance the pods. Everybody checks and makes sure nobody's playing like a deck that's way more powerful. But when we sit down at the table, this is our house.
Yeah, and we're going to play for real.
Yeah, I don't want no fans coming in here.
No.
You're taking us in our own house.
I will gladly invite the fans, but I will even more gladly beat the fans.
Yeah, so if they are going to try and take us down, they better bring it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, they always do.
They always do, yeah.
Always do.
I can't wait. This episode's a great one. I'm super excited for y'all to watch it. So let's get into it. Welcome to a brand new episode of Extra Turns, and boy, this one is extra special because we've done this for game nights, but never for Extra Turns. It is the very first ever fan episode.
So we put out the call to our patrons to audition, and we received hundreds and hundreds of amazing submissions, but we could only choose one person ultimately to be on the show, and we picked somebody we know you're gonna like.
So hey guys, my name is Seth, aka Daddy to all my mates back home, and by back home, I mean Australia, and I am super pumped to be here at the Command Zone on Extra Turns.
And for our second guest, we did something really, really cool. We actually gave away a spot to a lucky viewer on our live stream on Whatnot, and it could have been anyone, but we are so grateful to have someone that is both a fan of the show and a super awesome guy. Please give a warm welcome.
Hey guys, my name is Johangel. I'm from New Jersey. Thank you to Whatnot for flying me out here, and I can't wait to show them what I got.
Today, I am definitely gonna crush the fans with Megatron, Tyrant. This deck has tons of damage and life loss effects. so I can make big bursts of mana with my commander. Then I'll run out some high mana value artifacts that I can fling with my commander's tank side to keep the cycle going. With a value engine fueled by pain, I'm gonna roll over these fans and send them packing with a gift bag. I'm not heartless.
And the deck I'm playing today is the daddy of all merfolk, Hakbal of the Surging Soul. This started as a merfolk precon, but I've made it supercharged with commander staples. Plus, I've thrown in more 1/1 counter support to turn my exploring into a game-ending threat. If I can fill the board with fish people and pump them to giant proportions, I'll drag my opponents down under the sea.
I love Fallout, so of course my commander is going to be Mr. House, President CEO. Things are going to get dicey for my opponents, because this deck is all about rolling dice for value. And when I roll high, my commander makes big robots that can start getting into combat. Throw in some artifact creature synergies to make those robots even stronger, and I'll show the command zone why the house always wins.
Today I'll be playing the partner pairing of Frodo and Sam. This is a food-centric value deck that aims to draw a ton of cards and gain a lot of life. I've also got some great tricks in here to take advantage of how often the ring will tempt me. Once I dig for a finisher, I'll show that even the smallest commanders can score a big win.
All right, fans, let's see what you got.
This game, all bets are off.
This will go swimmingly for Daddy.
Food fight!
All right, so everybody ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, before we get into this, I want to shout out this game to my pod back home, Ken, Cal, and Connor. This one's for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll start, draw for turn, and I'll play this Path of Ancestry tapped.
Pretty good land.
Pass the turn.
All right, I will draw. I will start by playing this Sacred Foundry tapped.
Pretty good land.
It's less good than the path.
I'll draw a card for turn. I gotta have that turn, everybody. I'm gonna play an Undergrowth Stadium, and I'm gonna tap it and play a Soul Ring. It's the One Ring, kind of, not really, past turn.
Okay, I will draw for turn. So I will put down a Temple of Chime, tap, and I will scry one. And I'll keep that on top. I'll pass the turn.
All right, so I'm going to untap, draw for turn. I am going to play a forest, and then pass turn.
Really fair magic over there, Daddy.
What's going on, Daddy?
It's making me suspicious. All right, I will untap. I will draw. I'm going to play an Ancient Den as my land for turn, and then I will tap 2, and I will cast a Mind Stone.
Nice.
Pass that turn?
Go ahead.
All right, I'll untap, I'll draw.
Oh, did you think Daddy was going to blow it up?
I don't know, you never know. Okay, so I will first tap for 1 in a green, and I'm gonna cast a Farseek. I'm gonna search my library for an Endotha Triome, and that's gonna enter the battlefield tapped. And then for my land for turn, I'll play a Godless Shrine, tapped. And pass to you, Johangel.
I will untap, then I will draw for turn. I will put down a Savai Triumph, tapped.
Nice.
And then I'll pass.
Awesome. So untap, upkeep, draw. We'll play a...
Oh, big decisions already.
Sorry. I'll play a Hinterland Hover.
Okay.
And I control a forest, so it comes into play untapped.
That's nice.
I'm going to tap 3 and play a Cultivate.
Nice.
Classic.
So I'll search my library and find an island that will come into play tapped, and a forest which I'll put into my hand. And then I'll pass the turn.
All right, I'll untap. I will draw. I will play a mountain. Then I'll tap 3, and I will play a Cryptolith Fragment.
Ooh.
Which comes into play tapped, much to my chagrin. And then, Jimmy, go ahead.
All right. I will untap, and then I will draw my card for the turn. I will tap for 4, floating 1, and cast Sam, Loyal Attendant.
Sweet.
And then I'll play my land for the turn. It's Barad-dûr. And then I'll tap for a white and a black and cast my other commander, Frodo, the Adventurous Hobbit.
Mr. Frodo!
Mr. Frodo! I can't use the extra mana from Sam as I go to combat, so it will just go away, but I will create a food token. And I'll pass turn.
Okay. I will untap, draw, and then I'll put down a Temple of Malice, tapped. I will scry 1, and I'll keep that on top. And then I will pass the turn.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna untap, draw for turn. So I will tap the Path of Ancestry and the Hinterland Harbor, and I will play Merfolk Skydiver. When that enters the battlefield, I'll put a 1 counter on target creature I control, which will be itself. Because I used the Path of Ancestry, I will get to scry 1, and I will keep that on top. I will then play my land for turn, which will be an island, and I'll tap these 3 to play an Evolution Sage.
Nice.
Awesome. And
Did it.
Since I cannot attack, I'll pass turn.
All right, I will untap, draw. I will play as my land for turn, Urberg.
Oh, nice.
Berg.
Then tap for 4, and I will cast my commander for its more than meets the eye cost.
Ooh.
So Megatron Destructive Force will come out. And because I use a Cryptolith Fragment to do that, we will all lose 1 life.
Okay, I'll go to 39.
I'll go down to 39.
And I too will go to 39.
I will go to 39. And then I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Okie dokie. I'll untap and draw my card for turn. Okay, I will play my land for the turn. It's a Balin's Tomb, aka Ancient Tomb. And then I will tap the Soul Ring and this Godless Shrine for 3, and I'm gonna cast the Rapacious Guest.
Uh-oh.
And then I'm going to go to combat. At the beginning of combat, I'm going to create another food token, but I'm gonna actually tap this Balin's Tomb for 2 colorless mana. I will lose 2 life, going to 37, and I'm gonna sacrifice both of my foods. And remember, the foods only cost 1 to crack because of Sam. So I'll actually gain 6 life and go back up to 43. Whenever I sacrifice a food, Rapacious Guest gets a 1/1 counter, so this gets 2 1/1 counters. It's now a 4/4, and then I'm going to go to combat. So I'll swing Frodo at you, Johangel, and Josh, I will swing Sam, Loyal Attendant, at you. When Frodo attacks, I have gained 3 or more life this turn, so the ring will tempt me, and I will make Frodo my ring bearer.
Oh, wow.
Pretty little ring.
Yeah, someone gave it to me at a MagicCon, actually.
Hey.
It perfectly fits the dice, that's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So ring level 1 just means that Frodo has Skulk.
I don't have any blocks.
I can't block because Megatron's not a creature unless it's my turn.
I will take 1, going down to 38.
Okay, I will take 2 and go to 37.
And that's gonna trigger my Rapacious Guest twice because 2 creatures dealt combat damage to 2 players, so I create 2 food tokens.
I think that Rapacious Guest has overstayed its welcome.
Yeah, they're hungry. And then the last thing I'll do here is I'll tap 3 and play the Gaffer. So I'll go to my end step. I did gain 3 more life this turn, so I will draw a card.
Oh my God.
And that's gonna do it for me.
All right, I will untap, draw, and then I will pay 3 to bring out my commander, Mr. House, President, and CEO.
Nice.
You know what they say, the house always wins.
The house always wins.
Hope that's not actually true.
Let's hope this time it does happen. And as for my land for turn, I will play Bojuka Bog, tapped. And I will target, Jimmy looks like he's a threat right now.
Okay, I will lose my Farseek.
And then I will pass my turn.
All right, so I will untap all my stuff, upkeep, and draw for turn. All right, so I think it's that time. I'm going to play my commander, Hakbal of the Surging Soul.
He's here!
Yay!
Because I use the Path of Ancestry,
Yep.
and he is a Merfolk himself, I will get to scry 1, and I'll choose to keep that one on top. I'm going to go to combat.
All right, trigger time.
Okay, trigger time. So with Hakbal, he'll explore every Merfolk I have. So I will start with the Mr. Skydiver. It is a Beast Within. So I will keep it there for both of them. So my Merfolk Skydiver will get another counter, going to 2, and Hakbal of the Surging Soul will get 1. So I'm going to swing with the Merfolk Skydiver at Jimmy.
I have no blocks because I have no flyers, so I will take 3 and then go to 40.
Second main, I will play a Forest for turn. This will trigger Evolution Sage. So Merfolk Skydiver goes up 1, and so does Hakbal.
Nice.
And then I think that should be enough, and I'll pass the turn to you, Josh.
All right, I will untap and I'll draw my card for the turn. I am going to pay 6.
Whoa.
And I will cast Scion of Draco.
Ooh.
Which costs 6 because I have 3 land types. And once again, I use the Cryptolith Fragment, so all of us will take 1 damage.
Okay, I'll go to 39.
37.
38.
36. Okay, I'm gonna go to combat. Jimmy, I will swing at you with Megatron. It has Vigilance because of the Scion of Draco. On that attack, my commander is going to trigger, and I'm going to sacrifice the Scion of Draco, and I will deal 12 damage to the Rapacious Guest.
Okay. Never in Middle-earth has anyone ever seen something like this happen. So the Rapacious Guest, because of Megatron, is going to take 4, and then the excess damage is going to go to me.
That's right.
Okay, so the Rapacious Guest blows up. I will take 8 additional damage and go to 31. And when Rapacious Guest leaves the battlefield, a target opponent is going to lose life equal to its power, which is 4. Josh, I think it's got to be you.
That seems fair.
Yeah. On the way out, the cast was like, I don't like this party anyway.
So I'll take those 4 and go to 32.
Yep.
And then Megatron is going to flip over and become Megatron Tyrant.
Ah.
So Jimmy, it's still attacking you, but it is now a 7/5.
So I'll take another 7 damage. Going to 24. Yikes.
Doing some work, Josh.
Yeah, he is.
I'm worried about Megatron now.
I know.
Well, things are going to get even scarier, I think, here.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to my post-combat main phase, and I believe I have dealt a total of 18 damage to my opponents.
Yep. The Cryptolith Fragment, the Scion of Draco Toss, and then the combat damage.
Yep.
Yowza.
So I'll add 18 colorless mana to my mana pool, and Megatron will then flip back over to the tank side.
18 colorless?
18 colorless
Yeah.
mana. Oh.
Sounds like an Eldrazi.
Please tell me you don't have enough in hand, enough cards for that.
I'm gonna use 10 of it
Whoa.
Whoa.
to cast a Walking Ballista, where X is equal to 5.
Ooh. With 8 mana left still?
Yeah, and 8 mana remaining.
Wow.
I am going to use 7 of it to cast a Sandstone Oracle.
Ooh, okay.
When it enters the battlefield, I will choose Johangel. I believe you have 7 cards.
Yep.
Then I will draw 4.
Son of a Gix. He's filled his hand.
Son of a Gix.
God.
Well, Frodo's not looking so scary anymore, I don't think.
Then, before I pass the turn, I'm going to remove 4 counters from the Walking Ballista. And I'm going to deal 4 damage to Sam.
That is a salvo.
Mr. Frodo!
Walking ballista. I can imagine it walking into Hobbit.
Yeah,
Mr. Frodo, what the hell is that?
yeah.
Crikey!
It's a robot!
Okay, well, that's all I could do.
Okay,
Go ahead.
that's it. That's
all you can
it.
say?
Everything?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
Even I didn't know my deck could do that kind of a turn.
it. Okay, I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to lose 2 life because of the Ancient Tomb, so I'll go down to 22. And I'm going to cast Sauron, the Necromancer.
Dark Lord.
I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to tap 2 with my Soul Ring, and I'm going to sacrifice one of my foods, and I'll gain 3 life. Going back up to 25. I will then swing Frodo at you, Josh. And because I've gained 3 or more life this turn, the ring will tempt me once again. It'll go to level 2, and
Is that the looting level?
yes, this is the looting level. I won't get the loot right now, but Frodo is my ring bearer. The ring has tempted me 2 more times this game, so I will draw a card.
Nice.
Okay, so you have a 1/3 coming at you, Josh, with Skulk.
I could block with my Walking Ballista, but I
You
don't-
should. Why not?
I will choose to take 1.
They can walk together to Mount Doom. Come on, join us. All right, at the end step, I did gain 3 or more life this turn, so the Gaffer will draw me an additional card, and then I will pass turn.
Okay. I will untap. I will draw. I will pay 3 to put down Professional Facebreaker.
Nice.
Okay, all right.
Good card.
And then I will pass my turn.
Oh, no,
no
no
lands?
land drop?
No land drop.
Sting. All right, so I will untap all my stuff, upkeep, and draw for turn. And then I'm going to tap 3 and play a Cold-Eyed Selkie.
Oh, nice.
So because I use Path of Ancestry with it, I will scry 1. And I'm going to put that at the bottom of my library. Let's go to combat. So with Hakbal, all my Merfolk Explore, starting with the Skydiver.
Ooh,
Kunina, Tyrant of Osgir.
the original.
Jimmy, you know that card?
Yeah, great card.
I'll leave that on top, which means that my Skydiver, the Selkie, and my Commander will get a counter. Josh, you don't have any flyers? You've got
I
1
do.
flyer.
I have a 4/4 flyer.
Fantastic.
4/4.
Let's
might
see if I
block.
can bait it out. I'm going to swing the Skydiver at you, 5 in the air, and Johangel, I'm swinging Hakbal at you for 6. On that attack, my commander will trigger, and I will draw a card.
To 5/5?
It's a 5/5 in the air.
I'm not going to block.
I will not block out.
Okay, I will take 5, going to 26.
And I will take 6, going down to 31.
Excellent. So, second main, I will play the Tide Channel Pathway. This will trigger my Evolution Sage, and everyone gets a counter.
So now you got a 6/6, a 3/3, and a 7/7?
It's just a 7/7. It's nothing to
The
be
funny
alarmed
thing is,
about.
if you blow up the ballista,
Just a 7/7.
then now you're the threat.
Everybody,
It's like
I'm
switching
still looking at that ballista going, he gets enough mana in that, he's just going to smash us all in the face again.
I have to kill that evolution stage.
You certainly do, and if
Yeah.
you do that, I'm coming at Megatron. All right, and I believe that will be me. I'll pass the turn to you, Josh.
Wait, hold on. I just want to check what's happening here.
Yeah.
The danger is Josh can obviously instant speed put counters on Ballista when Megatron makes him stuff, but he can also do it with his regular mana. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna channel Besage you, Josh, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow up Megatron.
Okay. Megatron dies, and we'll go back to the command zone.
You get a land with a basic land type.
Yep.
I hope you know I skipped my land drop to do that, Josh.
Wow, that's amazing. And I will search my library for a Savai Triome,
Nice.
and I will put that onto the battlefield tapped.
Solid.
And then I will untap, upkeep, I don't have any triggers, and I will draw my card for the turn. I'm gonna begin by paying 3, and I will cast Timna the Weaver.
Oh.
And then I will move to combat, and Daddy, 4/4 in the air, coming your way.
It's not that bad. You're in
He's
the
gonna
30s.
hit me back for like 9 in response.
Yeah, I'm going to let it smack. No blocks, and I take 4. Going to 34.
All right, I'll go to my second main. Timna's gonna trigger. I did deal damage to one of my opponents, so I will draw one and take one. Going to 25. Then I'm gonna tap 3, and I am going to cast Starnheim Courser. I use the Cryptolith Fragment again, so I'll take 1.
Yep, I'll go to 24.
I will go down to 30.
I'll go down to 33.
And I'll also go to 24. And then, because of the cost reduction from the Courser, I'll pay 1 and cast a Boros Signet.
He's popping off.
He's doing it.
2 turns in a row missing my land drop. I feel like Jimmy Wong.
Yeah. How does it feel? I've always wondered.
Depressing a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, I just want the world to know. It's not fun and games here at the command zone.
I had to answer that honestly.
Yeah,
I feel really bad when I miss 1 land drop. 2 is crazy.
2 is crazy, yeah.
Okay, that's all I can do, Jimmy. Go for it.
Okay, let's untap, and I will draw my card for the turn. First things first, I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm gonna recast Sam, Loyal Attendant. You wouldn't believe what just happened! Oh, robots! I will move to combat. My Sam will trigger and make me another food token. I'm gonna pay 1 mana with my Ancient Tomb because it's actually a swamp. I will sacrifice a food, and I'll gain 3 life. Going to 27.
Creeping back up.
Creeping back up. And then I will swing Sauron at you, Josh, and I will swing Frodo at you, Joe. On that attack, the second level of the ring will trigger, so I'll draw and discard a Champions of Minas Tirith. And then the ring will tempt me again. I will move the ring over to Sauron on level 3. And then Sauron's trigger is going to go off, targeting Rapacious Guest. So I will exile it from my graveyard and create a 3/3 Wraith version of it. And that's gonna enter tapped and attacking you, Daddy.
Okay, go to blocks.
I will block with Mr. House, President CEO.
I won't block.
No blocks.
Okay, so Frodo and Mr. House bounce off each other.
I take 3 and go down to 30.
And I will take 4. Going to 20.
I dealt damage to 2 players this turn, so I'll create 2 more food tokens. So now I have 3 food total. And then I will play my land for the turn. It's a Wasteland, aka Valley of Gorgoroth. And I will move to my end step. The Gaffer will trigger, so I will draw a card because I gained 3 or more life this turn. The Rapacious Guest token sticks around because Sauron is my ring bearer. And then pass.
Okay, I will untap, draw for turn. I will tap 3 to put out Sonic Screwdriver, and then I cast a Securitron Squadron. I will move to combat, and I will swing just a Professional Facebreaker.
You can swing at me for free.
I'll swing at you for free.
I declare no blocks. I'll take 2 damage. Going to 25.
Okay, and I will create a treasure token. That will be all.
Okay, before your end step, I'm going to pay 1 mana, and I'm going to crack a food token, and I'm gonna gain 3 life. Going to 28, and that's gonna trigger my Gaffer on your end step, and I will draw a card. That's also gonna put a 1/1 counter on my Rapacious Guest.
It's pretty good.
All right, so I will untap all my stuff, upkeep, and draw for turn. I will tap 3 mana using the Path of Ancestry to play Kumina, Tyrant of Osgir.
Big surprise.
Yeah, surprise. Never saw that coming, did you? I will scry because of the Path of Ancestry, and I'll leave that on top. And then I will go to combat. So Hakbal will explore all the merfolk, starting with the Skydiver, Arcane Signet. I'll leave that on top. Put a counter on everything. Kumina gets his first
Welcome to the club.
counter.
And everything else gets its 3rd, 4th, or 5th.
Holy
I think
moly.
third. I think it's only got about 3.
My God.
Okay, Josh, you're my teammate now, right?
Now everyone just calm down. They're just fish folk.
They're just fish.
Exaggerating. So I will swing at you, Jimmy, with the Merfolk Skydiver. Johangel, I'm coming at you with the Selkie. And Josh, I'm coming at you with Hakbal. On those attacks, Hakbal triggers. I will choose to draw. Go to blocks.
I got Hakbal coming at me
You sure do.
for 8.
For 8.
What the
Just an 8/8.
Casual 8/8.
Just an 8/8. Nothing to be alarmed about.
Okay, I'm gonna block with my Timna.
I declare no blocks.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the 4 then.
Timna will die, but I'll gain 2 from the lifelink. Going to 22.
I will take 7 in the air and go to 21.
I will take 4 and go down to 26.
Excellent. And because you were dealt 4 damage by the Selkie, I get to draw 4 cards.
Woo! Josh has finally met his match for card draw.
Oh, please, that's nothing.
I was going to say, this isn't much.
Draw
Jimmy.
40 and then we
Yeah,
can
draw
talk.
40 and then it's on. Wait till there's a
Slow down,
study,
my
listed
goodness.
Remora, and they start stacking, then you got it.
Incredible, incredible.
So for my next trick, I'm going to
Play a land.
play a land.
Yep.
No!
This then triggers all my Merfolk Proliferate.
Woo-wee.
Excellent.
That is excellent.
A little bit.
That is
And then just to be a little bit cheeky,
Please do.
because I can, I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to play Mero Commerce.
Oh.
So, at the end of your turn, untap all merfolk I control.
That's so good.
Little bit good for this deck. So I will go to the end of my turn, and my Merfolk Commerce will trigger, and I will untap all the fish things. And I have a tragic 8 cards in hand.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
So I have to
hate it when that happens.
discard down. Just to
much
keep the
food.
mystery, you guys know I had it, so I'm going to discard that Arcane Signet.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
Keep that beast within up. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
We know what's
You're not
going
forgotten
on.
about that yet. All right, and I'll pass turn.
All right. I will untap. I will draw. Dear God.
Dear God is right.
My commander's so expensive. This is why I don't like playing.
That's what.
ICMC.
Playing in general?
This is why I don't like Magic. Okay, I am going to tap for 3, and because of the reduction from Starnheim Courser, I will cast Joyra's Familiar.
Oh, nice. Super reduction.
I did use the Cryptolith Fragment, so we will all take 1.
I'll go down to 20.
I'll go down to 25.
I will go down to 29.
I'll go to 21. Then I'm going to pay a red, and I'm going to cast Light Up the Stage for spectacle cost because my opponents have taken damage. So I will exile the top 2 cards of my library. They are Soul Ring
Oh,
and Florian.
Oh, okay.
Put those over here. I will cast the Soul Ring for free because of.
Both Joyras and Starnheim.
I should get a 1 mana
You should
rebate.
get a mate, yeah. Only taps for 3 this
Yeah.
turn. Yeah. Gavin. You're watching, right?
Everything is Gavin.
Gavin.
I will play a Plains as my land for turn. Then I am going to cast this Florian. Again, he costs 1 less because of Jora's Familiar. All right, and then I'll go to combat, no attacks. Second main, and because you guys have lost 3 life from the Cryptolith Fragment, Florian will trigger. So I'll look at the top 3 cards, and I will exile one of them that I can play this turn. I'm gonna exile Jessica's Will.
Ooh.
The rest go on the bottom. Then I will pay 3 mana, and I will cast this Jessica's Will,
it's a little good.
and I will target Daddy. How many cards you got?
I got 7.
Okay, I'll get 7 red mana. I'll add a white to that and use 2 of the red, so I'll have 5 floating, and cast Osgir, the Reconstructor, reduced because of Jora's Familiar. And then I will use 1 of the 5 floating, going down to 4, and I will cast Mycosynth Golem.
Affinity for artifacts.
Yep. I have 8 artifacts and 2 reducers, so it would cost 1.
Okay.
And then with the 4 I've got left, I will activate the Walking Ballistas ability and add a +1/+1 counter to it. That's all I can do. Jimmy, go ahead.
Okay, before your end step, I'm going to tap my Wasteland to crack one of my foods. So I'll gain 3 life. That will put me at 23, and then that's gonna trigger the Gaffer at the end step, and I will draw a card. That will also put another 1/1 counter on my Rapacious Guest, making it a 5/5.
I don't really know what rapacious means, but I assume it means annoying.
It means it eats all the food at the table. All right, I will untap and I will draw my card for the turn. All right, first things first, I will tap 3 mana and cast Boromir, Warden of the Tower.
Pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna go to combat. At the beginning of combat, my Sam Loyal Attendant will trigger. I will make a food token. I'm going to tap 1 mana, and I'm going to sacrifice that food token, and I'll gain 3 life. Going to 26. Rapacious Guest will get another counter and go to a 6/6 now. And Frodo is gonna swing at you, Joe, and Sauron is gonna swing at you, Daddy. When Frodo attacks, I have gained 3 or more life this turn, so the ring will tempt me. I'll go up to level 4 on the ring. I will also have a draw discard from the ring attacking, so I'll draw a card, and I will discard Delighted Halfling. And then Sauron is going to target the Champions of Minas Tirith, which will exile from my graveyard, and a token copy that's a Wraith, 3/3, is gonna enter tapped and attacking, and that's gonna also go at you, Joe. When the Champions of Minas Tirith enters as a copy, I will also become the Monarch.
Gold foil.
Yeah.
Nice.
Josh Lee Kwai.
Shiny.
I become Josh Lee Kwai.
Oh! I was like, I like it better when I'm becoming the monarch.
There's still no blue between us, which is surprising. All right, go to blocks.
Okay, I'm going to double block the champions.
No blocks from me.
I will assign combat damage, and I'm gonna just put the 3 damage all on Mr. House, so none of your creatures die, Joe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Such nice hobbits.
Yeah, nice hobbits.
I'll take 1 from Frodo. Going to 24.
I take 4 from Sauron. Going to 25.
And then the ring will trigger, so everyone except for me will take an additional 3 damage.
Okay, so I will take 3 going down to 21.
22.
And I will go to 18.
Rapacious Guest will trigger. I hit 2 players this turn, so I'll get 2 more food tokens, putting me at 3 foods. And then I will tap for 2 mana, and I will cast an Outland Liberator. I'll play my land for turn. It is an Igonjo, and then I will move to my end step. Because I gain 3 life this turn, I will draw a card from the Gaffer.
Man, that Gaffer.
Doing work.
That little Gaffer Sam combo.
It needs to be.
They're throwing a little party
Decomboed.
every
Taken
single
out.
day.
It
Sam and the Gaffer are throwing a party, and they're like, "No, rapacious guest."
No!
But he keeps coming over.
coming over.
Yeah. Crashing. Yeah.
And Sarn's just
party.
hanging out.
Yeah.
So I was on the couch.
Yeah. And I will also draw a card because I'm the Monarch. That's it for me. Pass turn to you, Joe.
Okay, I will untap, I will draw, I will put down a Darksteel Citadel, finally.
Land.
Land.
Nice.
I will pay 5 and to put down a deck of many things.
Hey, now we're really rolling.
Now we're gonna
dice.
start rolling.
Do we actually get to roll now?
Yeah.
Yes, the
I can
Sweet.
start rolling. So I will tap Sonic Screwdriver and Crack the Treasure to tap 2.
Keep shaking it just the whole time. Yeah, you don't want to lose.
This
the
is
heat.
how the house really
You don't want to
lives.
lose the luck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone's
do it
like,
over
"Oh, we're
the
only
table
doing
like this.
D6s?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you want Daddy to blow on it?
Yeah, Daddy, can you blow on it?
All right, we're just going for over 6 here, right?
Yeah, anything over 6.
Okay, here we go.
Well, he's not gonna roll 20. 19.
Get a 20.
Yes! I win! Probably. Anyway.
Probably. What's going on?
I just goldfished a huge turn on Archidekt. Check it out, they've got the best playtester in the business. Playing and tapping your cards is as simple as clicking them. Everything goes right where you want it, but you can drag things by hand and group them together in different ways too. Then there's easy shortcut keys for things like making copies, sending cards between zones, and starting the next turn.
Nice. So this is a Traxa. All that proliferating's gotta take a while.
It doesn't actually. Just right click and hit proliferate all counters.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you probably do win.
I think so.
ARCHIDEKT is the best place to browse, brew, and playtest commander decks. Just go to archidekt.com/commandzone to get started.
That's ARCHIDEKT.com/commandzone. All right, everybody ready for lunch, Mander?
Yeah. Oh, my food's here. Bear back.
What'd you get?
I got a cheeseburger.
I would have gotten more on it. You know, like meat or a bun, maybe?
No, this isn't the whole thing. I ordered from a service that delivers each ingredient in a separate package. Oh, here's more. Oh, man, I hate it when they send the top bun before the bottom one.
It seems very inconvenient.
Yeah, but I get a ton of packages. Woo.
Does it all show up?
Sometimes, most times. Well, if the price of beef happens to change between the time I order and delivery, they might just cancel the whole thing.
This is a terrible system.
Yeah, I guess it is.
With Card Kingdom, you'll always get every card you order in one convenient package. No wrangling tons of envelopes and tracking numbers. Plus, they've got great customer service that will go above and beyond to make sure your order is perfect. When you go to cardkingdom.com/command, you can support the show while shopping from Card Kingdom's huge selection of singles, sealed product, and more. Again, that's cardkingdom.com/command.
All right, and then I'm going to attack.
Ooh, maybe it's the meat. Nope. Catch up. Ugh. Do you guys think this is near mint?
Okay, I think we've taken this metaphor as far as it can go.
Wowee! Look, everyone, it's me, Loot, from the Thunder Junction Vault. Feels like forever I was trapped in there, but now that the world's seen me, it wants more! Plushies, keychains, stickers, everybody wants their loot, and I want that sweet cash. But I don't know how to actually sell stuff. I'm just a little guy. So my key to everything was Shopify, the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, with powerful tools like the internet's best converting checkout and award-winning support. So far, my brand's been on the way up, but I'm not pulling freaking Baby Yoda numbers yet. Luckily, Shopify works just as hard for the plucky upstart as they do for big brands like Allbirds and Brooklinen. They gave me everything I need to sell my loot to adoring fans all over the world. Now I'm free to focus on being adorable instead of learning e-commerce, because who wants to do that? Not a cutie pie like me. I want to roll around in money. Whee!
Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/TCZ, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/TCZ now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/TCZ.
Okay, here we go.
Well, he's not gonna roll 20. 19.
Get a 20.
14.
All right.
All right.
So I have 5 cards in my hand, it will go down to a 9. It says that I return a card at random from your graveyard. I don't have anything in my graveyard. But I still get the triggers for Mr. House.
Okay, nice.
Means I get a treasure and I also get a robot. And that will enter with a 1/1 counter because it's Kirjan Squadron. So it's a 4/4.
All right.
That's it for me. I will pass the turn.
All right, so before the end of your turn, I'll tap 3 Merfolk to draw a card using Kamir's ability, and
Oh, nothing. You're just untapping.
well, I drew a card off the my folks, but I'm not spending the mana.
Hold on, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I drew a card, Josh. Come on.
I'm not that bad. Yeah. I did a thing.
did,
I
you
did a
did.
Julie. Untap, draw, for turn. I'm going to jump straight to combat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to explore, starting with the Skydiver.
Okay. Tishana's Tidebine.
That is a very good card. I will put that in the graveyard.
Oh, okay.
And now the Skydiver is a 9/9.
Yikes.
Do Kamina next. It's a land. Put that in my hand. No counter for Kamina. Cold-Eyed Selkie. It's Villain of Sea and Sky. It's not bad. Not really what I need right now.
Yeah.
So that's going to the graveyard. The Selkie will tick up 1 and is now a 6/6. And last explore for my commander.
Merfolk the Pro.
Fat lot of good that does me
One
at
of
the
the
moment.
OGs.
No island walk, thank goodness.
No island walk at all.
Holy moly.
Doesn't really help me, but 1/1 is pretty. I will put that in my graveyard, but then Hakbal becomes a 10/10. I will declare attackers. Johangel, I'm coming at you with the Skydiver for 9. Josh, I'm coming at you with the Selkie for 6. And I'm also coming at you with Hakbal for 3. On my attack, my commander triggers. I will put a land into play. And when that happens, the evolution stage triggers and I proliferate.
Oh my gosh.
All right, great. So it is a lethal attack to me now. 18 Exacxies. I'm going to block your commander with the Walking Ballista and the Cold-Eyed Selkie with my Golem and the Sandstone Oracle.
And I don't have a flyer, so I can't block.
All right, so
I feel you, man.
Yeah.
before damage goes on, I will tap 3.
Yep.
And I will play Beast Within on your Golem.
Okay, the Golem will die. I will make a 3/3 Beast. And then, still before damage, I will remove 2 counters from the Walking Ballista and deal 2 damage to the Evolution Sage.
No, my Sage. Sage dies.
And I believe everything's blocked and I take no damage.
Looks like it.
The counter. Okay, I will take 10. Going down to 11.
And my Sandstone Oracle will die.
So, second main phase.
Yep.
I'm going to tap 3 using the Path of Ancestry to play Merfolk Sovereign. Other Merfolk I control get +1/+1. Because I use Path of Ancestry, I will scry 1, put that at the bottom, and then I will tap 3 Merfolk using Kamina's ability to draw a card. And then I am going to, but I'm so blue, I gotta do it. I'm gonna pay 1 and play Mystic Remora.
Okay.
Go to my end step.
Before you go to your end step, I am going to pay 1 mana, and I'm going to sacrifice my Outland Liberator, and I'm going to target your
Marrow Commerce.
Marrow Commerce to try and blow it up.
I should have blown your crap up. Jimmy, that's a bad Jimmy.
Still got my Boromir. Still got my Boromir.
Keep leaning on that.
You gotta make him use the Boromir, otherwise he just
right.
always will be able to say that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's it then. Marrow Commerce dies. That was a solid play, Jimmy. Guess I'll pass the turn.
Okay, I'm going to untap and I will draw. I'm going to tap for 6, and because of the cost reduction from Joyous Familiar and Starnheim Courser, I will recast my commander, Megatron Tyrant, on its front side. Oh, I actually tapped 7 here, so I will reduce that to the correct amount. And I did use Cryptolith Fragment to do that, so we will all lose 1.
I'll go to 25.
I'll go down to 10.
And I'm going to 21.
And I'll go to 17. I'm gonna go to combat.
Okay.
All right, Daddy, I'm swinging at you with Osgir, this beast, and Florian.
Right.
Go to blocks.
Go to blocks. I have none. I take collectively 10. Takes me down to 11.
Poor Daddy.
Oh, Daddy.
Go to post-combat main phase. I have 2 triggers. I'm going to resolve Florian first, so I'll look at the top 13.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will exile Doubling Cube,
Ooh, now we got mana.
Now your mana problems are fixed.
and I will put the other 12 on the bottom in a random order. Then Megatron's trigger will resolve. I have done 13 damage to my opponents. I will add 13 colorless mana to my mana pool. With the 13 floating, I'm going to use 1 going down to 12. I'm going to activate Osgir's first ability. I'm going to sacrifice my Joyous Familiar, giving Osgir +2/+0.
Interesting.
Then I am going to pay 1 of the floating mana going down to 11 to cast this Doubling Cube for 1.
Oh, Boromir would have countered it otherwise. Ha! Hilarious.
Clever.
The Courser still reduces it by 1 though.
Yep.
Then I will tap my 5 remaining mana sources. Let's just do a quick check-in of where I am here. I've got 12 colorless. I've got 1 black from the Triome. I've got 1 red, and I've got 2 white. And then activate the Doubling Cube. So I end up with 16 colorless, 2 black, 2 red, and 4 white.
Okay.
I go down to 15 colorless to activate Osgir's first ability again, sacrificing the doubling cube, giving Osgir +2/+0. Now I will use 2 more of my floating colorless to activate Osgir's second ability, targeting the doubling cube.
Here we go.
So I get 2 doubling cubes.
More like tripling cube, number of times we've replayed this.
All right, then I will activate one of the doubling cubes, going down to 10 colorless floating, but then up to 20 as it gets doubled. That's now 4 black, 4 red, and 8 white. And then I do it again with the second doubling cube, going down to 17, then up to 34 colorless.
Oh, come on.
And 8 red, 8 black, and 16 white. Okay, then I'm gonna use 1 of the black and 4 colorless, going down to 30, to cast Stinging Study.
Mystic Moral Trigger?
You got like
Oh, yeah.
100.
You got 60 colorless mana.
No, you should save it. You may need it.
I'm gonna let you draw. It's mostly because I don't want to have to think about it. I will draw 6 and lose 6, going down to 11. Then I am going to use 46 mana,
Whoa.
leaving myself with 7 black, 4 white, and 4 red. And I'm going to cast Heliod's Intervention
Whoa.
for X is equal to 44.
So you're gonna gain 88 life?
Yeah, then I'm gonna gain 88 life.
Okay.
It's gonna be relying on that commando.
So I don't go to 100, I go to 99 though.
That's so close. How many problems do you have right now, Josh?
So new goal for the game, make sure he doesn't get to 100.
Okay, and then I am going to use 3 of the black.
Okay.
So now I have 4 of every color still floating. And I am going to cast, and you'll see why I had to gain the light first, Toxic Deluge. For X is equal to
1,000.
99. X is equal to 99, Josh.
where X is equal to 14.
On that, Mystic Moral Trigger.
You can draw.
I have a response. I will tap my Ancient Tomb and a white, losing 2, going to 23, and I will attempt to Teferi's Protection myself out of this game.
Waiting for that.
I was worried about that, but
No counter spells in Mardu, baby.
On cast, Mystic Moral Trigger.
You can draw a card.
I have a response to the Teferi's Protection.
Yep.
I am going to cast D-Spark,
Oh, exile.
and I'm going to exile the Sauron.
Okay, rough.
So on that cast, Mystic Moral Trigger.
You can draw.
All right, Sauron is gonna get exiled. I'm gonna go bye-bye.
In response to Teferi's Protection.
No responses.
Okay, Teferi's Protection now resolves, and Jimmy
See ya.
is gone.
Bye, Jimmy. Thanks for nothing.
I wish I had to.
Don't come back.
If I had to skateboard, I just skateboarded out of here. That's how cool I looked. Yeah.
And then, in response to the Toxic Deluge,
No responses.
Toxic Deluge will resolve and give everything -14, -14.
Oh dear. All right.
So I will go down to 85.
Seems rough, Josh.
How will we ever recover?
Which leaves me with 12 mana floating. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Solemn Simulacrum and Megatron on its More Than Meets the Eye side.
Jeez.
When the Solemn enters, I will search my library for a swamp and put it into play tapped.
On the Megatron cast, Mystic Moral Trigger.
Right, non-creature. Yeah, you can draw.
Wow, dude, that Mystic Remora.
Doing some work this time.
Doing some work.
Yeah.
Then I will play my land for turn, which is a tapped Godless Shrine. And then I'm gonna cast this Mirror Enforcer for free because I have 8 artifacts.
Oh.
And then that is all I can do.
Everything. That is all, is it?
Oh, goodness. Okay.
I'll pass the turn.
Here we go.
All right, I phase back in and I will untap and then I will draw my card for the turn.
Man.
I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna cast a Moonshaker Cavalry.
Whoa.
It's not enough, but it's a lot. I do lose 2 life for the Balanced Tomb, so I go to 21. Moonshaker Cavalry enters the battlefield. Creatures I control gain flying and get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures I control, which is currently 7.
Crikey.
I'm gonna go to combat. Sam is gonna create me a food token. I'm also going to tap 1 and I'm gonna sacrifice a food, putting another counter on the Rapacious Guest. I'm going to gain 3 life, going to 24, and then Frodo is going to get the ring. And then, because the ring has tempted me 2 more times this game, I will draw a card. And then, Josh, I'm swinging everything at you. I could kill other players, but why bother?
61?
61 damage, yep.
Okay.
Flying.
It's all flying, yeah, so I can't block it. So I will take 61.
All right.
Go to 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the heck? My
Well,
life total is like a
That
yo-yo.
was the biggest yo-yo.
And then because I dealt combat damage to a player, I will gain 1 more food token, going to 4, thanks to Rapacious Guest. And then the ring is gonna trigger and everyone's gonna lose 3 life.
I go to 21.
I'll go down to 7.
Daddy goes down to 8.
Okay, I'll play a land. It's a Bountiful Promenade. I will then move to my end step. I will draw a card because I'm the Monarch, and I will also draw a card because I gain 3 more life this turn with the Gaffer. I do have 9 cards in hand now, so I will have to discard the hand size. So I'll discard a Forest as well as a Sandstep Citadel. Yep, that's gonna do it for me.
I'm going to untap.
I had 85 life, and he's ahead of me again.
I'm going to put down a swamp, and then I will pay 5 to bring out my commander.
He's back.
And then I will pay 2 to activate the deck of many things.
Nice.
And I will roll.
Yeah.
13.
13.
How many cards do you have in hand?
13 minus 5.
So it's
I'll
an
go
8.
down to 8.
You gotta return something to your hand.
Means I can bring something back to my hand.
At random.
Okay. There are 2 creatures in my graveyard. This one's even, this one's odd. And I will roll.
Even.
So I will get back the Professional Facebreaker.
Nice.
And I will get some triggers for my commander. I will get a treasure token and a robot.
All right.
Nice.
And I will pass a turn to you.
Well, hasn't this board state changed since the last turn?
It certainly has.
Upkeep, Mystic Remora, I'll let it die. And draw for turn. So first of all, play an island for turn. I'm going to tap 2, notably tapping the Path of Ancestry, and then another 2, and I'm going to cast the Deep Root Historian. Merfolk and Druid cards in my graveyard have Retrace.
Ah.
When it comes into play, because I used the Path of Ancestry, I will get to scry 1. Where the hell were you before? I will put that on the bottom. So using the Retrace ability, I will discard a Rogue's Passage, and I will cast Merfolk Sovereign from my graveyard. Tapping 3 for that. And then I will also discard another land using the Retrace ability, and I will cast Master of the Pearl Trident from my graveyard. And then I will pay 1, and I will play a Soul Ring. I believe that will be me.
Before you reach your end step, I'm going to tap my Undergrowth Stadium. I'm going to sacrifice a food. And I'm going to gain 3 life going to 27. And then that's going to trigger the Gaffer at the end step, and I will draw a card.
Okay, I will untap all this stuff. Oh my gosh, 2 doubling cubes making me anxious.
All right, Josh, in your upkeep, I'm going to Path to Exile your Megatron.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Megatron will get exiled. I will put him in the command zone. And will now cost either 12 or 10, depending. But I will search my library, and I will find a mountain, and I will put that onto the battlefield tapped. Then I will draw for turn. All right, I'm going to activate my Mindstone second ability, sacrificing it to draw a card. I use the Cryptolith Fragment, so we will all take 1.
I'll go to 26.
I'll go down to 6.
And I'll go down to 7.
And I'll go down to 20. All right, I'm gonna play Windswept Heath. I'm
Okay.
immediately gonna crack it. I'm gonna search my library for planes.
Oh.
I'll go to 19. Then we're gonna do math again. I'm gonna tap all my mana producers.
All right.
I'm gonna add.
The next Command Zone podcast will be about meditating in the middle of your turn to deal with doubling cubes.
So I will end up with 1 colorless, 4 black, 4 red, and 3 white.
Pretty good.
Then I will activate Doubling Cube using the colorless and 2 black.
Double.
So we'll go to 6 white, 6 red, and 4 black. And then I will use 2 red and a white to double again with the second Doubling Cube. Going to 10 white, 8 red, and 8 black.
That's a teeny weeny bad.
Then I will cast Savine's Reclamation.
Ooh.
Using 3 white mana, and I will bring back from my graveyard this Timna the Weaver.
Okay.
Then I will flash back Savine's Reclamation from my graveyard using 5 white mana, and I will get 2 things back.
Wow.
Florian and the Starnheim Courser.
Okay.
Then I will use 1 white, 5 red, and 6 black for 12 mana total and recast Megatron.
Oh my gosh.
He keeps going.
Just keeps coming back.
Relentless.
The problem with Doubling Cube is like I have to do it all now, right? Like
Yeah.
nothing, yeah. And then I have,
It's 8 mana.
yeah, I think I did math in there wrong and I should have only had 6 left, but either way, 8 will also work. I am gonna cast Duplicant.
Oh. Targeting.
I'm gonna target Boromir.
All right, in response, I will sacrifice it and give my creatures indestructible. So duplicate remains a 2/4.
Yep. And then I'll go to combat, and I'm sorry, Joe, but this is the only chance I have to draw a card. I'm going to swing at you with my 4/4 Mirror Enforcer and my 2/2 Solid Simulacrum.
So I will block the Solemn with Mr. House and the 4/4 with my robot token.
Okay. Solomon, Mr. House bounce off, and your token will die. Then we'll go to my second main. I'll get 3 mana from Megatron because of the Cryptolith fragment damage, and Florian will let me look at the top 3 cards. I will exile this Bloodstained Mire. I whiffed. Put the other 2 on the bottom, and Megatron will flip over to the vehicle side. And I already played my land for turn, so that'll remain in exile. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Back at it. Let's untap my stuff here, and I will draw a card. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is tap 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, 1, 2, and 3. And I am going to cast Back for Seconds. So I can bargain this as I cast it, so I will sacrifice one of my food tokens, return up to 2 creature cards from my graveyard to my hand. If it was bargained, I put one of those with mana value 4 or less onto the battlefield instead of putting it in my hand.
Oh man, that Boromir.
So Boromir has returned, and I will return this Outland Liberator to my hand.
Jimmy, I'd love to know where you got that from.
Back for Seconds?
No, the audacity.
I'll play my land for the turn. It is the Shire. I'm gonna go to combat. At the beginning of combat, Sam's gonna make me a food. I'm going to immediately sacrifice the food. So I'm gonna gain 3 life. Going to 29. Okay. When I sacrifice that food at the beginning of combat, Rapacious Guest will gain another counter on it. And then I'm going to swing Moonshaker Cavalry at you, Josh, and Frodo at you, Daddy. When Frodo attacks, I have gained 3 or more life this turn. The ring is going to tempt me, so I will draw a card for the ring tempting, and then I'm also going to draw a discard for the ring. So I'll draw and I'll discard a Croson Verge. Before blockers, I'm going to cast Stroke of Midnight, and Josh, I'm going to target your Starnheim Courser.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to tap Balanced Tomb and a Godless Shrine, and so that's 2 more damage from Ancient Tomb, and it'll take me to 27.
Okay, Courser will die, and I'll make a 1/1 human.
Human, yeah.
Which will be represented by that handsome gentleman.
All right.
Not biased at all.
Go to blocks.
Neither of us can block, so
I'll take 1 and go down to 6.
I will take 6 and go down to 13.
And because the ring is at full power, everyone's going to lose an additional 3 life.
I will go down to 3.
I will take 3 and go to 3.
I will take 3 and go to 10.
And when I deal combat damage to 2 players, I will create 2 more food tokens, going up to 4. All right, and then in my second main phase, I'm going to tap for 4 mana, and I'm going to cast a Smothering Tithe.
Nice.
All right, on my end step, I am the Monarch, and the Gaffer will trigger, so I'll draw for the Monarch and for the Gaffer. I have 8 cards in my hand, so I'll discard a Riftstone Portal. Now all my lands can tap for green and white. That's gonna do it for me, pass turn.
Okay, I will untap, and then I will draw.
When you draw that card, a Smothering Tithe will trigger. Do you want to pay 2 mana, or do I get the treasure?
You can get it.
Okay.
I will put down a mountain, and then I will tap 6 to put down a Marionette Master. Ooh. And she will come in with 3 1/1 counters.
Oh, geez.
I'm going to tap 2 to tap the Deck of Many Things,
Here we go.
and I will roll.
3.
Oh, the first whiff we've seen.
So it's 3 minus, I mean, it's going to be 0, so that
So
means...
you have to discard your hand.
Yeah.
What?
If the result is 0, or then you have to discard your hand with the deck.
Yeah, that was my first blunder.
Whoa.
Got too greedy. Mr. House got too greedy.
Okay, well, you do have 2 treasures now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't think you want to
Just-
kill him right now, because
I was going to say, I'm helping right now, so I'm more or less like,
he's just
I'm on
holding
death
you
row.
hostage.
I'm on death
I'm just
row.
holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
He can be like, anything you do against me, you're dead.
Incentivizing. So you've got 2 treasures, which equals 6 damage.
8. Because
8
it's due
damage.
to the power.
Because of the power, right. So
Yeah.
it's 8 damage. So,
I will pass a turn to you.
well, I can...
It's your turn.
The wheels are turning over there.
Wheels of sailing.
get
I'm
out of
like,
this?
upkeep, draw. All right, I got to try and do something.
It's all on you, Daddy.
Sure is. Sure is.
Yep,
All right.
Yep.
I'm going to go out swinging. All right, so I'm going to tap 2 colorless and a blue, using 1 colorless and 1 blue to play Deeproot Pilgrimage.
Cool.
So the next thing I will do is tap the Path of Ancestry, an island, got a colorless floating, forest, and another island, and I will cast Mist Dancer. Other merfolk I control get +1/+0 and have flying.
Nice.
So now there's a trigger. First of all, it'll be the scry trigger for the Path of Ancestry, and I'll put that on the bottom.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Where were you at the start of the game? The next thing I will do, I'm going to tap for a green, a blue, and another 2. I'm going to cast Herald of Secret Streams. Go to combat. So Josh, I'm coming at you with the Master of the Pearl Trident and the Deep-Root Historian.
Okay.
On attack, Deep-Root Pilgrimage triggers, and I get a 1/1 Hexproof Merfolk.
Well, I don't have any flyers, so I will declare no blockers. Then I will take 10 damage in the air, and I will die to flying merfolk.
Whoa. They got wings.
Yeah, watch out for the under the water guys.
Splash. We call it splash damage.
Splash damage, I like it.
All that remains.
Oh, that remains.
Yeah, my board's gone. I'm dead, but I'm also still here.
It's like a tombstone.
Rip.
Well, with that, I can't really do much else, so I will pass the turn.
All right. I will untap for what I believe will be the last time this game. I'll draw a card. I'm going to cast Utter End on Mr. House, tapping for 4 mana. So it's going to exile Mr. House. Sorry, CEO. You out.
You got, you get a good severance package as a CEO, though.
Yeah, it's a great severance package. It's the game being over. I'm just going to go to combat, and I'm going to swing Frodo as only attacker at you. And that should be enough to trigger the last thing. I'm not even going to bother with the other triggers on my board.
I can't block, so I'll take 1. Going down to 2.
And then the last part of the ring will trigger, and all of my opponents lose 3 life.
Wow, got him with a ring.
It's the ring, yeah.
I died to hunger.
So hungry.
Hobbits.
Burger. French fries.
All right.
Good game. And that's it. The Frodos. They won. All of the Frodos.
Mr. Frodo.
Mr. Frodo.
Victory.
All right, well, congratulations, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You didn't let the fans come in and beat us in our own house.
I didn't. I was very afraid of Seth. Hakbal is insane.
Yeah, he was getting a ton of value.
Built out. Oh my gosh.
Honestly, Johangel kind of kept him in check there at the end.
Yeah, with the
which was a
marionette.
big thing. I mean, I'm still exhausted from my double and cube turns.
Yeah, you did it 3 or 4 times, right?
I gotta be honest, like, the turn I untapped with it the second time when I had the first big turn, ended with 99 life, and when I was like, oh no.
Here we go again.
I'm untapping with 2 doubling cubes, and I'm gonna have to do all that math again.
Again, yeah. All the dice.
And I don't
all
know
the
if I can win.
calculation.
I couldn't base on, but I'm gonna flip some cards. I'm gonna draw some cards. Who
Yeah.
knows what's gonna happen? And that sequencing is so hard, and you gotta keep track of like every mana and what color of every. I was just like, I'm still tired from it.
Yeah, it was very funny. I couldn't believe that Moonshaker Cavalry didn't end the game on the spot. But it was the only way to get you back down to a reasonable life total.
That was
which
pretty amazing
incredible.
because I was like, I'm at 99 life. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then by the time it got
jealous.
back to me, I'm like, oh, I'm almost dead again.
I'm dead again. Yeah. That was great. That was awesome playing with Seth and Johangel.
So fun.
It's great to just have fans across from you, and they're stoked to be there. We're stoked to be here. Like, one of the first, I think, most memorable aspects of making game nights was the first year we did that game nights fan.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's like, well, we gotta keep doing this.
Yeah, we love it every time they get to come out. And not only do they play on a video and on a gameplay, but they come out and hang out with us.
Yeah.
We catch them dinner with them. It's not just like a come in, shoot the thing, and leave. We really get the chance to hang with them.
Yeah,
and
tour the office, hang out, play some games outside of it, and all that stuff.
And both of these guys were just super, super fun, super good personalities. Really excited to be here. So yeah, if you'd like to sit in their seat at some point, keep your eye out because we do these auditions, and we've started trying to find other ways to get fans out there involved and get them the chance to come out here and be in our gameplay. So
yeah, we used to do just game nights. Now we do extra turns as well. So more opportunities. You can check that out at the Patreon. But of course, we have our other sponsors, cardkingdom.com/command. Let's say you want to build a Mr. House deck. You were like, wait, Fallout happened? I missed it. Like me. I want to make a deck based around one of these cool characters. You can do that. Cardkingdom.com/command has all those cards from the past as well as the cards from the future. They have just all the cards because they got a huge inventory. You can pre-order stuff right now from future sets as well as get up to date on the sets that are just coming out. Maybe you missed some stuff from Modern Horizons 3. You want to pick up the fetch lands while they're at a good price. Cardkingdom.com/command not only gets you the cards you need, but it also benefits us because it's the sponsor for the show. We get to keep creating this content for you all. You get all the cards in one convenient package. You're ready to play the game sooner, and as a result, you're ready to have more fun, even faster.
yeah, I really like that. We maybe don't point that out enough. Through Card Kingdom, through ULTRAPRO, which we're about to talk about, you're getting stuff you need to play the game for the most part. Like you need magic cards, you're gonna need sleeves and things like that, and you're gonna buy that stuff anyway. And when you use our affiliate link and use our sponsors, you're telling them that you want to support our content through them, and that makes them more likely to sort of stick with us. So we appreciate everybody that does that. If you want to get your hands on some Bloomborough themed sleeves, deck boxes, playmats, There's probably wall scrolls. They have all kinds of stuff. Or you like this Mana 8 product line, which I'm currently like super in love with.
Awesome.
Yeah, it just looks sweet. Just going on over to ultrapro.com/command. They have all that stuff and more. They often have all kinds of sales and discounts going on. The Mana 8 binders are really sweet. And I know you're big into organization, Jimmy. I'm bad at it, but the Mana 8 binders make me want to do it a little bit more.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, if you want to pick up any of that stuff, ultrapro.com/command.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, everyone, as always, for watching this episode of Extra Turns. Let us know in the comments what you thought about the fans as well. Seth came all the way out from Australia. I think Johangel was from the East Coast, so they flew out a long way to be here, so we're so grateful to them as well. And again, if you want that opportunity to audition in the future, pay attention to our social media, as well as our Patreon at patreon.com/commandzone.
Yep, they flew all the way out here just to get their butts kicked by Sam and Frodo.
Stomped.
That Sam and Frodo deck, by the way, every time I see it, I'm like, man, that deck's good.
And you're like, wow, just the Lord of the Rings cards? You don't even need yeah, you're like, I'm good to go.
That deck's legit, yeah. All right, everybody, thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Peace.